Hey, this is Blade Kind Eyewear. I've done all the normal arcs of Namco High, so what's left is the bonus arcs, whatever they might be. I've not looked up anything on this, so to help me through it, I've written out a chart. As you can see here, let me zoom in a bit. Namco High closes in 2 days, so I better figure out this stuff quick. Okay, what I have here, and I don't know how much of me on the screen is going to be blocking this, I'll just keep myself in the bottom right-hand corner. I have a list of all the first, second, and third events that happen if you just go through a character's arc straight. And I'm trying to catalog, as you can see by the bolded words, things that might influence the other people's arcs by having done it. Not exactly sure. The first thing that I made sure to bold is like let me see, things that you can get. Like when you do the terrible auditions with the Galaga ship, the first events where you join a club, then you get an understudy role as Romeo. Something I noticed in retrospect in the Galaga thing is that even though there was a scene that was sort of like Romeo and Juliet balcony thing or whatever at Galaga ship's house, they never actually did the play. It never showed anything about Cousin in the role, besides the practicing they did beforehand. It just didn't get around to that. So what if you get this understudy role and then you find some way to, let's see, to nab the role by doing someone else's arc? Like that seems like if I were putting in a way to get like the theoretical, I don't know if it exists, harem ending where you get everyone, Galaga ship's route and getting a role in the play seems like a valid way to do it. Let's see. It might intersect with Aki's arc because you do assistant work with her, and there's a part where she recites, her part of the play for just briefly with a lot of passion. If there's, let me see, because Aki's the one in the drama role in the first place. Maybe if you go Galaga, then Aki, then you can do something, maybe do Galaga's third event and something different happens? That's a possibility. That's the first one that I've been able to think of, really. I just finished putting this chart together, so I also put in, as you can see, what everyone's vault items are, if they had any. Pyro Sprite is hidden in the locker. Tamari's glasses, he gets that once the vault opens. Valkyrie gets a real sword. You get the Calamari ball, of course. Nydia has her magic combining dragon amulet. And let me see. These two things, Miyauki loses her Hall Monitor badge after the second event, and probably if you don't do anything on the second, like if you don't do her second event, she loses it anyway. Same thing, possibly. I don't remember. When you don't do his arc, I remember this Driller just going on about how he thinks Hiromi is hot. But if you do his arc, you do his second event, then he loses his digging tools. I'm guessing if you do his first event and then don't do his second event, there'll be something where it adds up to the same thing. That he gives up digging and he has to be convinced otherwise. Let me see. Lola considers huge ears pretty, but I can't think of a single character that has ears matching hers. So I don't know where to go with that. Jane loves mustaches. If there was a way to get a fake mustache, then she'd basically fall for you. Let me see. Nobody else, at least to my knowledge, has shown that they have specific attraction to different people, like Tyra, whatever. Terezi, Dave Sprite don't give many clues. Terezi, I mean, is more of doing her subversive thing where she seems pretty into you, but it's Black Rum. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I guess if one of the other characters had enough bright red on them. See, when I was thinking about why other people are attracted to each other, I was trying to think of which combination of arcs you could go through and solve everybody's problems. I was worried about Tamari because he said that everything was going to go to 10,000 years of darkness. But it turns out that he was probably miscalculating that because he didn't have his glasses. And he's going to get his glasses when the vault opens anyway. So solving his problems in someone else's arc isn't that important. Valkyrie she needs a key or something that she can use to leave the realm. Something to have to do with a big clock on the school or on Evil Namco High. I forget exactly how that goes down. I don't think it's too important. Let me see. Other things I'm thinking of. Solving people's problems. If Aki had some assistant help, somehow, then she might not go through the crisis she does, but I don't know exactly how to get her that otherwise. Let me see. Albatross, screw him. Anti-Bravo Man, not much you can do there. Bluemax, I don't know how that would integrate with many of the other arcs, except for just the bullying thing. Dave Sprite said that if you do Tyra's arc and Bluemax's arc, like if you do one event of one and one event to the other, then it's really mood whiplash. A lot of mood whiplash, which is true. That I don't know if he was giving a hint, because he promised like hints on how to get the best endings or that sort of thing, but he didn't give any outright ones. So it may be hidden in something else he said. Because he has said Tires and Blue Maxes, I want to try that out. So we have Gallica the Naki. That's one idea. There's a Tyra and Blue Max, then Blue Max and Tyra. I'm not sure who to go to the third event with over that. Maybe Tyra if I did that. With Galaga, it's pretty clear you do Galiauki Galaga. Mr. Driller. In Mr. Driller's arc, you might have a shovel if you do the first one, but it's not clear because you only used it while digging. And the second one, because like the first one with Valkyrie, you make yourself a wood sword. I thought maybe you could use that in someone else's arc, but I'm not exactly sure. There are a lot of arcs that involve a bit of fighting, like Jane's and that sort of thing, but it's unclear that you having a wood sword would make much of a difference. Then there's, in Mr. Driller's second event, he breaks the water pipe in the statue in the main yard, but that might, I'm not sure if that might happen anyway, like if you ignore the arc, but I was thinking if there's something that breaking the water pipe and the statue could accomplish that affects the others, I mean, that's possible, but I can't think of what it is. Let me see. You catch Nydia hitting an amulet against... Wait, I thought the amulet was locked in her arc. So locked in the vault. I didn't know that she would have been... That doesn't make sense to me. Why does she have the amulet still? I was pretty sure that was locked in the vault. So maybe if you do Nydia and Miyaki, I'd better write all these down. So Galaga, Aki, Galaga, Nydia, and then what did I say? Nydia, Miyaki, I guess Nydia. Tyra, Blue Max, Tyra, Blue Max, Tyra, Blue Max, these are really unclear. I don't know if these are going to bear any fruit or if there's some other cross combination of those two that might do something. Okay, you guess, let me see. Namco says she's going to make you popular. She gets you a teal scarf in the second event, which is a rare occasion where you get an item in the second event. So, but I don't know how that would affect meeting with anyone in particular. Maybe Anti-Bravo Man, because he also has that sort of scarf. So if you do Anti-Bravo Man, Donko, Anti-Bravo Man. So, yeah. You can see how much I've gone into this. I've written all this out to make my best effort at least solo, trying to figure out what the hell is going on and how you can win extra bonus arcs out of Namco High. So, I'm going to stop the video and try some of these and right now, and if I find anything that happens differently of note, then I'll restart the recording and show you. So, alright, let's do this. Okay, Galga, Aki Galga, no difference. Not in the slightest. Blue Max Tyra is not doing anything different either. I am seeing how if you do the first event and then don't do the second event, then it makes up the difference when you talk to them the next day to smoothly do the stuff between these arcs, but otherwise I mean just clicking through all this is really exhausting. Okay. So yeah. I don't think I have 6 more of these in me, just trying different arcs and clicking through just 20 minutes. Because I can't fast forward the scenes that you choose. You know, if you do the club scene that, yeah, if you join their club, then the scene after that, you can't fast forward through it, even on the better browser that I'm using that lets me fast forward in the proper times. And if you do the second event, or the third event, you also still can't. Anyway, I think I've done as much as I possibly can to solve all this crazy stuff, to try to figure out where it might be, so now I am willing to give up and look it up online. Pretty much. So tomorrow, probably, I will do that, and then I will go through all the bonus arcs that I can find information about. Talk to you guys later.